Welcome to episode 37 of No Man's Land with me, Farm Sim Snowy. Good morning everyone. As you can see, it's a lovely misty morning. I think it's going to be a nice sunny day here on our farm. I was up fairly late last night doing a few things here and there. What did I do? I sold some wool. I had to do that because I had to clear the space where they spawn, because if we'd gone to sleep as it was, we would have got the dreaded message. So I sold one trailer full of wool, and that came to 9,504. I cut the remaining grass that was left on our grass field. Obviously we did a lot of hay last episode, so whatever was left I cut and collected with our truck, tipped it in our bunker silo. So we have, off of just that little area that we did, or I did, 336,285, which is very good. Very pleased with that amount. What else have I done? I've written it all down. So obviously I cleaned all the animals before we went to sleep. I got up a little bit earlier before I started recording this, not in real life, obviously in the game I'm talking about. Cleaned the animals again, and I also sold two trailer full of eggs, and we got, for that, it comes under harvest income, got 112,008 euros for two trailer full loads of eggs, because the prices were going down at both places. I went to the vehicle shop grains. When I've sold the first one, it was just below 3,000. As you can see, it's going down as well. So the wool's going up. We've got a full trailer full of wool over by the sheep pen, but obviously when that tops out we'll sell that. We're going to harvest our wheat field today, definitely, and tip that into the pigs. And in terms of the animals, the chickens, obviously they're fine for food. You can see the cleanliness because I cleaned them. Sheep's all doing well and good. Pigs are getting a little bit low on corn, but we've got cornfields growing. And wheat and barley, obviously we're going to tip some wheat in there. I think we've got a tiny little bit of soybeans left in our silo, so we could tip them in there. We've got 84 pigs now. So just checking what else. I think, let's get rid of my notepad. I think that was everything that I did, but we have, and that is a big but, we have a bit of an issue, and it's quite a big issue in my eyes, and I'm a little bit annoyed about it because there's a lot of time and effort that I put into sorting this out. We've got a major problem with this horse pen. So there's your trailer full of wool there, as we can see. Now look, I stacked all those bales in there. We ended up with quite a few, so many in fact. Look, I put some over there by the sheep because it was getting silly, and obviously there's too many really for the game to handle, I think, because every time I had one in my hand carrying it over to stack, they all started going a little bit shaky and wobbly. That's why they were a lot neater than that, and the ones over the back have completely jumped around and gone a bit funny. But the issue with this horse pen is, I went to ride the horses last night. I thought I'd get that done. That will be their daily riding for that day. I rid one of them, took it back into the pen. Normally, if you're not aware, when you bring a horse back into the pen, it will say, I don't know, say Oscar has been returned to the stable or something like that. It says, you get a little message up in the top right hand corner of the screen. I didn't get that. And then you should be able to walk up to the horse you've just ridden, because obviously they get dirty when you're out riding them, and be able to clean them. I had no trigger come up on that. I tried another horse, I quit out the game, I came back in, it just kept on doing it. And I also noticed there's no collision on the horses, so you can walk straight through one of the horses with another. Normally you can't do that. Now luckily I haven't saved it, so if we go into our horses, you can see their fitness has gone down. They were on 5% when we bought them. They've gone down to 2% because we've just done nothing with them. We haven't ridden them. But what I tried to do off camera is transfer these over, but it wouldn't let me take the horse out needed cleaning, which was a bit annoying. So luckily, like I said, I didn't save it, so I just quit out the game, and I thought I'd, you know, show you guys and do all this together with you guys like that. So what we're gonna have to do is put another horse pen down, probably here, and transfer them over with our trailer into the other new horse pen, sell this pen and just completely forget about it, write it off. Those bells, well, unless I start moving them again, but I'm not going to do it now, and I'm just going to leave them there for a second. They're not hurting. I had a look on Mod Hub, and this hasn't got a very good star rating, so maybe I should have looked at that. I think it's like 3 stars, 3.5 stars, so maybe that's probably why it hasn't got a very good rating. But that's where we're at. So all the oats and the hay that we've already put in there and the straw, that's all going to be gone and wasted. Can't get none of that back. So yeah, pretty annoyed about that. So instead of me waffling on, let's crack on with putting another horse pen down. Now obviously we have got 5 horses there, and we've got a couple of options, but not a lot, because even in Mod Hub there's not a massive amount of horse pens or paddocks on there. So we've got the standard in-game one, which I think is what this pen is roughly modelled off of, because it's kind of a little bit similar in size to that. Anyway, let's forget about that, I'm going off track. So we've got that standard in-game one. These are all too big. I quite like this fella here, but that only holds 4 horses, so that would mean having to get rid of one. I don't want to get rid of one, so that's not a option. This one's too big. The AJ Tech one's 16 horses. Got this fella, which is quite good. It's like a open horse pen, and you see the posts there. That's the boundary that the horses will go to. They won't go any further than that. But I don't really want them looking like they're sort of loose in the field, so I'm just going to go with the standard in-game one. Yes, it's 50,000, but I think it's just going to be better in the long run, so we need to pick the best way it's going to go. Leave a little bit of room. It's probably going to be better actually to have it where we are going to put it now, because that leaves that space up there where the horse pen we've got at the minute free for something else, maybe some more animals. I think we'll go something like that. Let's just check we're not going to get ripped off. Yeah, we'll just go for that, I think. I don't think it's going to matter if we start spinning it around. I don't want to mess around too much with this, because I've waffled on too much for that. So that's probably even more than what we were. We'll go back round to where it was, like that. That'll do. So 51 is going to cost us a little bit more, and obviously we can't sell that other one over there because there's horses in there. We need to get them out tell you what we could do actually. We could get the trailer just want to try and get the new horse pen down on a bit more of a flatter surface. I don't want no lumps and bumps. Let's load our horses up in here. They'll be alright in here for a minute. And then we'll sell that pen. Right, let's move them over. Oh yeah, I renamed one of the Harrison ones Wyatt, because that's in reference to Wyatt Earp, because I was quite fascinated when I was a bit younger with Wyatt Earp's story and everything, so I thought I'd do that. Right, anyway, let's get this animal pen horse paddock sold off. Sorry if I've bored you with all this, but I thought, where are we there? I thought I'd show you guys, keep you up to speed with everything that's going on. So there you go, we've got rid of that. Those bales are just going to stay there like that, which is going to be a little bit annoying. But they can't do much about that at the minute. I'm certainly not going to start moving them around now. So there's the feed trough there. So we probably could come, let's go there. Right, that's that done now. Probably another disaster. We'll get the horses put in there. I shouldn't think that's going to cause too much of a bump, sort of, if you know what I mean. So let's move them over there. They're now into that pen. Looks pretty flat to me. I don't think it's done a lot of terrain editing, whatever you want to call it. Right, at least we've got our horses in there. So we now need to get some more oats and straw, whatnot like that. But I'm going to do that off camera so that you're not bored, because I've gone on a little bit too much about this horse situation. So I will get that done. Let's get rid of that, and I'll bring you back in a second. Right, that's the horses all sorted. If we now go into here, scroll down, I've got 10,000 litres of oats again from down the shop. They have water, straw, and they've got hay. Chuck some of the hay bales in there, but obviously we've lost a bit of their fitness now, so they're now going to take slightly longer to get them up to full 100% fitness, which will put their price right up to 50,000 per horse. So, but at least we've got that sorted out now. Hopefully we won't have any issues. If I have an issue with that pen, then that paddock, then that means there's something going on with this map, I would imagine. Hopefully not. I also tipped the remaining soybeans into the pigs, and I just, as I went through, I topped them up with straw from the horses left over, and I topped up the sheep and the pigs with the water as I went through as well. Oh, I just noticed as well the wool has topped out there at the spinnery at 14.22, which I don't think's a bad price. As you can see, I took some of the, they're just gonna have to sit there for a minute. We'll go and sell some wool, and then we're gonna get cracking with harvesting the wheat field. I'll probably do a little bit of landscaping after this episode, sort of through there, make a bit more of a better pathway, and I'll also ride the horses so that they get their daily riding. And what I'll probably do is I will do their riding every morning, first thing in the morning, so that it's all done and dusted for the day. That's what I normally do. It just makes it a lot more easier like that. Right, let's sell the wool. Oh, that's not bad. 11,370. One thing else I wanted to show you. Remember our little trees that we planted? Look at them. They're starting to come through now. They're going to take quite a while. That was having a bit of a dance, isn't it? They're going to take a while to come through. But like I said before, the only problem with these ones is they won't look like the spruce trees there. They shoot up and they've got a real long skinny trunk, and then right up the top they've got this sort of bit of foliage, so they're not going to really fit in with the rest of the map. But at the minute on console, that's all we've got available to us to plant. The only other thing we could do is place the trees, which isn't as fun and productive as planting them yourself, because if you plonk them down, they're just at their full maximum height and that's it. I'd rather kind of feel like we've planted them and grown them ourselves. Anyway, we'll get this dropped off there. The Fent can stay there. We'll go over, we'll grab our harvester, we'll get cracking with that wheat field. As you can see, everything else is growing and in its last growth stage, I do believe. We'll double check that in a second. I think we'll probably just use the John Deere, just because it's only a small field and it's pretty much ready to go as it is like that. So let's double check. Yeah, so our corn, and that was barley, wasn't it, we put in there, and our cotton field, last growth stage, so that's pretty cool. Everything's been fertilised, our grass field's been done and dusted. So let's crack on with this. A bit dark in here. Right. First things first, let's make sure we've got straw swath enabled. Because sometimes I tend to forget that. So it's off at the minute. Let's turn it on. Let's lower that. Off we go. And then there's a couple of things, other things I would like to do on this episode. Our huge trailer that we've got for, I'll tell you what, let's hire a worker for this and then I can chat to you while he's doing it. Our huge trailer that our truck pulls is no longer the biggest trailer in the game, or certainly not on console anyway. So I think we're going to take that down, sell that and upgrade, because I want the big trailer. And what else was I going to do? Oh, I'm going to buy some more land today. I've got my eye on a few things, mainly extending some of our existing fields, but it probably is going to mean cutting a few trees down. Which I know it's not good, but it is only a game, so don't panic guys. And I will carry on with planting more of those trees that we've done before in the past. It's just finding the right area for them, especially if they're going to be quite tall, and I don't want to be blocking out any light that's, you know, it's going to affect us. Like, it's very dark sort of around that area by the chicken pen and coming through that path. from like the other animals that we just came through, that can be quite dark as well, so we don't want to get that caught up like that, so we'll let him carry on. Let's jump in our truck and we'll whiz down to the shop. I mean, I do like this trailer a lot. The good thing is it's got a trailer hitch as well. I am half tempted to keep it, but we're running out a little bit of room as well. I think more as we expand, I've got to rethink the setup, the layout of the yard as well. Obviously I don't want to be selling too many things and disrupting what we've already got down, because I quite like the layout as it is at the minute. Maybe we could purchase this little block here and add another sort of couple of sheds on this end here, but that is something I will look into and think about, because I don't really want to sacrifice that field that our guys harvesting now. That's the only other option, is to go that way with a few more sheds and storage. So we'll whiz down the shop and we'll get ourselves this new huge trailer. But like I say, I do like this one, especially when you've got all the lights around it. It's got some good configurations on it with all the wheels. But it is all about expanding and onwards and upwards, because I don't think we're really that is terrible driving. I don't think we're big enough yet as a farm to have two of these, you know, daisy chained together. I just don't think, you know, it's worth it. So that is the wrong one. That is what we want. So instead of this trailer just sat in our yard doing nothing, we're going to sell it. Can I even get through here now? No idea how much it's going to be worth. We'll repair that. That is not bad. 70,365, because that is gone. Pretty sure this new one is only a tiny little bit more expensive than that, what we've just sold that one for. So where is it? Right at the end, I expect. There it is. This RYC1 120, 78,000. But look, 120,000 litre capacity. The one we just sold was 105. So we're going to go for chrome because that is funky. I think we'll go back to that colour so it matches our truck, and then design colour is going to be the cover there, and we're going to go with Fleagle black like so. You can change that to camouflage, but that is just going to look hideous now with that colour, so we'll keep it standard. We're going to buy that for 78,100. Happy days. And there it is, sat out there. Oh look, almost in line with our truck. That is very handy. So I don't know what lights we've got on here. Obviously none on the sides. Oh yes, we have. We've got some on the sides, sort of in the middle, if you can see. That's pretty cool. Let's turn that on, see if there's any other special functions. Open cover. Ooh, I like that. Sliding cover. Very nice. Nothing else there. It won't let me tip it here. We're just going to check out the tipping function. Right, I'll head back up to our farm and we will park this up where it normally lives. Right, so that's all parked up. Looks very smart, matches our truck. Our work is almost finished by the look of it. And they've nearly got a full tank. That's pretty good. Got a nice amount off of there. Let's grab the New Holland. And we'll go and get the wheat out of there. That can go straight into the pigs. Then we can look at picking up that straw as well and tipping that back into our silo, because that will come in handy for the horses and the pigs. Like so. We will get the big trailer. So there must be quite a bit of amount there. That's not very good English. Quite a good amount, because we upgraded this harvester, didn't we, to the maximum tank. Yeah, so got 9,693. I'm probably too far over now, aren't I? Let's get that off, unloaded. And then the piggies will take that. That's not even going to touch the sides, is it, with them? Greedy little so-and-sos, and it's only going to get worse the more we get. Come on, there we go. Head straight over there to the pigs. There's that little dip in the track that I pointed out last time, which is another odd thing that happened in this map. I don't like keep cutting down the trees, but we're going to have to do it here and there to just make our life a lot easier and to be able to progress more as well. So let's tip all that in there. What has that done? Well, it's got them into the green, so that's a good start. Not bad, not bad. I do like this trailer as well. Obviously when we bought this, we went for the, that's glitched out, look, showing some more wheat stuck in there. When we bought this, we probably were a little bit more tighter for money, so I think we bought a smaller version, but there is a 55,000, I think it's 55,000 litre capacity, which we could probably, oh, there's the picker, don't want to trash that. Right, I'll get this set up and going. It shouldn't take long for us to pick this up. I'll have to move that harvester in a second though. Or is it going to allow us just to get that little bit there? Come on. Yes. I don't think there's any underneath him. We'll just move that out of the way for a second. No, we managed to get all that. That's good. just got this last little row left to do. It's almost going to be a full trailer load, so that's pretty good. There we go, happy days. Just double check we've got all of it. We have indeed. Drop the milling machine back in its little home. In fact, that could do with, oh no, it's not too bad, 89%. That'll be okay. It's a tough little cookie. Put that there, I think, like so. Try not to reverse into the pickup again. Then this can go in our silo for future use. So I think we should have quite a lot of straw. Yeah, look at that, we've got a nice amount of straw. We've got a little bit of grass left in there as well, so when the sheep are getting a little bit low, I will use that up on them. Right, let's turn that engine off. Let's show you some of these plots that I'm thinking of. If we turn on the mini map so you can see where we are in terms of plots and whatnot. First of all, our grass field. Whether it stays as our grass field, I'm not sure, because it is going to get quite big in a minute. I think I will probably get rid of these trees. I know it's quite nice that it gives it that bit round there, but it would be also quite nice to have a complete run through there. I'm not 100% sure whether to get rid of them yet or not, but I'm thinking of buying, so what is this going to be? This is going to be plot 17, and we'll have to buy 18. And then we'll expand this field all the way round. You can just about see the track still, all the way round following the track. We're going to get rid of all these trees, definitely. And come back round there, so that will give us one huge field there in that plot. Like I say, it might just pay us to get rid of those trees just to make it all one field. Make it kind of worker friendly. I don't think it's going to be at all though, because of the shape of it. And then obviously we'll have 17 anyway. By plot 16, we already own 15. And then I was thinking of, again, I know it's naughty, I know, getting rid of all of these trees, but that's going to generate some good income for us. And then expand this field. I probably won't come like round here like that. I'll probably just come straight off that edge, because our new neighbours aren't really going to want a harvester running along right outside their front door. So we'll probably come straight across there, and then maybe just straight up, so that kind of will be a little bit worker friendly. I don't know, maybe we could have a little bit of storage over on this side if we can sort the terrain out. And then it'll come all the way up, and then we are going to follow this shape of the track and meet back down with that. So that is my plan. Please don't kill me for cutting more trees down, but it's all part of our expanding. So that's going to be 3 plots there, 16, 17, 18. We're going to go for it. So we'll buy that one. And it just keeps all the fields sort of more closer to our farm then. So that's going to be a lot of tree felling. So what we'll probably do, it won't be this episode, but what we probably will do is I'll start that like I did before with our other huge field. Maybe do a little bit of a time lapse with it, and then bring you back in when it's sort of all done, when the stumps are all gone and taken away. Right, I'll tell you what, let's just put that down there. I'm not going to go too mad with that. I'm going to plonk that there because, let's turn the map off. I said earlier, didn't I, look, we were going to put potatoes in this field here. So I think we will do that. I was thinking about growing some oats in there because obviously we've got the horses now. But they should be alright for quite a while with the oats. So we need to plough or cultivate that field if we're going to put potatoes in. So if we get our huge new John Deere plough, cultivator, subsoiler, whatever it's called, and then we'll get a worker going on this. Let's try and straighten up a little bit. Let's get it unfolded. Right. I'm going to make sure they don't miss anything. So we'll overlap the edge a little bit. I'm going to lower that down. And we'll get them going. Please do not ruin any of my fields. We'll stay with them just to the end to see what they do, but then that should allow us to put potatoes in there now. Let's have a quick look, see what they do. I'm a bit nervous about this. Go on, finish that off. That's it. Very well, very well. Now the good thing about workers is they will not destroy your crops like that driving through. I have got crop destruction on, so if we'd done that, that would destroy that corn. So that's one good thing that they do, or don't do. Now let's get a better angle, let's just watch him go. You haven't missed anything, good lad. Or lady. Who is it? It's a lad. Nice one, son. We're going to grab our New Holland because we're going to have to head down to the shop and lease a planter that's going to allow us to put potatoes in that field. So let's head on down. Right, so here we are. One thing I've just noticed going in cab like that, on the little display there on the screen, the clock is actually spot on at 9:06. How smart is that? Anyway, into the shop. We want a potato. In potato technology, we want this fella here, which is quite expensive to buy, but we're only going to be leasing it, and it will allow us to fertilise as well. 6 metre wide, that's fine. As it is, no customisation. We're going to lease that for just over 5 grand. Extortionate. Helper D has completed their task. Have they though? Right. Let's head on up to the shop. We're at the shop. Head on up to our farm. Right. Back up the farm. Now we need to fill this with, it's a little bit odd because you're putting seeds in, but it's actually supposed to be potatoes. As you can see, it's seeds going in, but it converts it to potatoes. And then it takes liquid fertilizer. So obviously we've got our tank over here. So we should be able to, just like that, fill up with liquid fertilizer. Happy days. Unfold this. I'll go and move that out of the way. Let's just check they've done a decent job. Where are we? Over there. I haven't missed any bits. It looks pretty good to me. Tiny bit, that's not what they've missed, so that's just the way that field is after our expansion of it. So I'll fold that up and we'll just get that out of the way. I'll have a proper tidy up later after the episode is over. Right, so that's unfolded. Turn on lower, I'm guessing. And off we go. Look, you can just see the difference in the ridges between. Smart. Potatoes going in. Last little bit left of this field to do, and we have got a field of potatoes. I did hire a worker to do most of that just because I wanted to try and get a thumbnail like so. Right, let's plonk that down there. There we go. It does look smart when you've just done potatoes, I must admit, with the troughs and the grooves, whatever you want to call them. So now we have a field full of potatoes which are growing and have had their first stage of fertilizer, which is very cool, very smart indeed. Now I think we will probably leave it there for this episode. We've done a fair bit. Apologies for the complete nightmare of the horse paddock, but obviously I wasn't expecting that to happen, but I sorted it out. I will probably ride them. Hopefully next episode everything will be good, fingers crossed. So yeah, we'll leave it there. So I hope you have all enjoyed the episode, guys. If you have, please give us a like, and if you haven't subscribed yet, then please do, and don't forget to smash that bell so you don't miss any future videos of mine. I've been Farm Sim Snowy. Stay frosty.